This is James Holder for IFL TV in association with Macklin Gym. I'm in Harrow today at the Harrow Leisure Centre in Harrow and Wealdstone. I hope I got that right. With me, I'm joined by self-proclaimed greatness Prince Patel and Prince's new trainer Merv Turner. How are we doing, fellas?
I'm doing good, James.
Good. Prince, first and foremost, talk to me a little bit about tonight's performance, mate.
Boxed the undefeated David Kuz from Hungary. He won an Eastern European Hungarian tournament at Super Bantam. I can't discuss the performance. It was all right. We're working on new stuff in the gym. It takes a couple of fights for it to actually come out into actual practice. And to be fair, he done very well to take some of them shots. It was more myself trying to smother the work, trying to get the stoppage. Well, I didn't get the stoppage, but everyone could see every time he was getting hit, he was feeling the power.
You're now working with Merv Turner. Merv, how long have you been working with Prince Patel for?
We've just been working over the last couple of months, about 2.5 months now. And yeah, it's been very good, very good.
How have you found working with the Prince? Obviously, he's got a reputation now as being a bit eccentric and a bit of a character. What's he like to be around day in, day out?
Coming.
To be in comes Sky, strength and conditioning trainer.
Hello, how are we doing?
All right, yeah.
Listen, Prince is actually a dream to work with. He's a consummate professional. He's in the gym every day. He trains hard. He does his running. He does his training. So I've got no problems with that. He was a little bit anxious tonight. He was looking for the knockout. He was looking to show off his new strength. Just a bit too anxious to stop his work, that was all. But good things, good signs, and a lot more to come.
Do you think with him being so vocal that he maybe feels the need to impress and look for the stoppage where other fighters might look for a comfortable points win?
Yeah, I think Prince, after his last fight, and you know, some of the stuff that's been said and done, yeah, he wanted to impress tonight. Just a bit too anxious. He's got to let his boxer. He's a terrific boxer. He's got to let his boxer do the talking.
When I say to you the words Barry Jones, what goes through your mind?
Former world champion.
Having had time to maybe react and watch the video back on IFL TV with Barry Jones, what are your thoughts on that now?
I don't know. I was wrong of me to say it, but I reckon I could become a multiple weight world champion.
Was there some kind of altercation first before? Because obviously we're only privy to see what was on the TV. What was there something behind that? I'm just being a bit curious here.
Yeah, I've seen him kind of slag me off a little bit on the internet before, but I shouldn't have retaliated in that way. But you live and you learn. Lose one.
Prince has already apologised for that twice. I think there's enough said on that one. The kid made a mistake.
I appreciate that, but because we obviously aired it on the channel, it's the first time I've seen him, so I want to get a response really.
It was nice of you guys to quickly get that on iFilm, looking for some of them ratings.
We work closely with BoxNation. You're obviously a BoxNation fighter, so it's inevitable that videos may find their way onto the channel.
Who do you prefer, BoxNation or Macklin?
Well, to be honest, I work with both organisations quite closely, to be honest. So I try to stay on the line, being neutral and giving everyone a fair crack at the platform, Prince, to be honest.
I see.
But let's talk a little bit about you. I've seen obviously Louis Norman's been quite vocal in wanting a fight with you. Yeah, is there any legs in that?
Yeah, because he tweeted today saying he wanted to fight with me, but I then asked him how much money you putting on the table, and he replies back with, "No, you've got a promoter. You tell me how much I'm getting paid." I'm thinking, I don't care about you. You're just a random guy who brings nothing to the table. Because let's recall back to when I boxed Brett Fido, when I beat Brett Fido, and then he beat Brett Fido. He then said Brett Fido deserves a shot at his English title, but I don't. So why does he deserve a shot at me now that he's lost his title? It makes no sense. The guy it's embarrassing. He's calling for a match because he has nothing to go with. He ain't promoted. He's managed by Clifton Mitchell. There's nothing wrong with being managed by Clifton. Clifton's a good man, but no amazing, like the top two promoters don't touch him. They won't go near him. One, because he's ugly. Two, because his dad's a complete buffoon. And three, because he can't fight.
Did you happen to watch Charlie Edwards v Louis Norman? And if what did you take away from it?
I had the butchers, and I saw it as it was. Louis Norman is a Z-list fighter. Charlie Edwards is probably a Y-list fighter, but what's there to really take from there? Next fight should be an 8-rounder, man. Should be an 8-rounder. I want an 8-round fight in my next fight.
If he comes through his next fight, an 8-rounder, maybe an 8-rounder after that, is there any potential for an English showdown fight with Charlie Edwards if he's still holding on to that title?
Listen, at the end of the day, Frank Warren's his promoter. Frank knows his job. We'll take this kid to the top, and we'll fight whoever Frank puts in front of us. It's as simple as that. It's not for us to decide who's next. It's not for us to you know, allow the Louis Normans of this world. It's down to Frank.
Why are we wasting time talking about Louis Norman in this interview?
Let Frank do his job.
We had a dominating performance of a comfortable 40-36 against an undefeated fighter. Let's talk about me, because that's what people want to hear. They want to hear about me. They don't want to hear about Joe Norman and Joe Edwards. They want to hear about me. So firstly, I want to thank the Almighty. Second of all, I want to thank my mum for giving birth to a half superhuman, super sexy stud. And thirdly, I want to thank myself for holding so much greatness in a 5'9" human body. And then I want to thank Uncle Frank just for being uncle. I want to thank Mervis for training me. I want to thank Gary Cornish lookalike.
Wow, boom, you got it on TV as well.
Gary!
Gary's the man.
I want to thank my sponsors, Ever Ready, Leander Ball, Hills Physical, Hope Brentford beat QPR today. I don't know if they did though. I want to thank Muscle Works for letting me do my weeks there, and of course Mo Turner, and my new sponsor Pink Hippo for providing me with that money.
When can we see you out in action next? Is there any potential on the December 19th card?
Speak to Uncle Frank and get me on December 19th. Because a guy like me will steal that show. I don't care if there's 3 world title fights there. I will steal the show.
So you think you could probably upstage Andy Lee and Billy Joe Saunders on that card?
Why not? I'm a young Indian specimen. I can steal the show. It's the reason why the BBC Asian Network are coming there, and they were interviewing me out of every other fighter today in BoxNation. That was obviously I'm the only Asian guy here today, so it's a BBC Indian. That's a good point actually. Being a British Indian boxer, I'd like to see all the Indians getting behind me. We even had a Pakistani hold the Indian flag today, which is obviously bringing 2 communities together.
And I'm gonna get killed.
I want to thank Askar Taher for doing the corner. Big Askar. Yeah, man. Big respect.
Alright, well listen, I appreciate giving our forces some time as always and answering my questions so honestly, and we look forward to catching you again real soon.
I know you're grateful for the ratings. I know you're
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Alright. Peace and love.
Respect, man.
Thank you, James.